Once upon a time there were 4 little rabbits and their names were Flopsy, Mopsy, Cottontail, and Peter. They lived with their mother in a sandbank under the root of a very big fir tree, and one calm morning she gave a gentle warning: explore the fields or go down the lane, but do not go into Mr. McGregor's garden. Their father had an accident there and was put in a pie by Mrs. McGregor. With a firm goodbye, she took a basket and umbrella, walked through the wood to the baker, and bought a loaf of brown bread and 5 currant buns. The good little bunnies, Flopsy, Mopsy, and Cottontail, went down the lane to gather blackberries. But Peter, who was very naughty, ran straight to Mr. McGregor's garden and squeezed under the gate. He ate lettuces, French beans, and radishes, and when he felt rather sick, he went to look for parsley. Around the end of a cucumber frame, he met Mr. McGregor, who jumped up from planting young cabbages and chased him, waving a rake and calling, "Stop! Thief!" Peter rushed all over the garden, forgetting the way back, and lost one shoe among the cabbages and the other among the potatoes. He ran faster on 4 legs, but he unfortunately ran into a gooseberry net and got caught by the large buttons of his blue jacket with brass buttons, quite new. He gave himself up for lost and shed big tears, but friendly sparrows overheard him and implored him to exert himself. Mr. McGregor came up with a sieve to pop over Peter, but Peter wriggled out just in time, leaving his jacket behind, and rushed into the tool shed, jumping into a can that would have been perfect if it had not been filled with so much water. Mr. McGregor searched carefully, turning over flower pots, and when Peter sneezed, Mr. McGregor tried to put his foot upon him. Peter jumped out of a window, upsetting 3 plants, and Mr. McGregor, too big for the window and tired of chasing, went back to his work. Peter sat down to rest, out of breath, trembling with fright, damp from the can, and not knowing which way to go. He began to wander, lippity-lippity, not very fast, looking all around. He found a locked door in a wall with no room for a fat little rabbit to squeeze under. An old mouse ran in and out carrying peas and beans to her family, and when Peter asked the way to the gate, she could not answer with a large pea in her mouth, she only shook her head. Peter began to cry, tried to go straight across the garden, and grew more puzzled. He came to a pond where Mr. McGregor filled his watering cans, and a white cat stared at the goldfish, still except for the twitch of her tail. Peter decided to go away without speaking. He had heard about cats from his cousin Benjamin Bunny. He went back toward the tool shed and heard the scratch of a hoe, hid under bushes, then climbed onto a wheelbarrow and peeped over. Mr. McGregor was hoeing onions, his back turned, and beyond him was the gate. Peter slipped down quietly, ran fast along a straight walk behind blackcurrant bushes, and though Mr. McGregor caught sight of him, Peter did not care. He slipped under the gate and was safe at last in the wood. Mr. McGregor hung up the little jacket and shoes for a scarecrow to frighten the blackbirds. Peter never stopped running until he got home to the big fir tree, flopped down on the soft sand floor, and shut his eyes. His mother, busy cooking, wondered what had happened to his clothes. It was the second little jacket and pair of shoes he had lost in a fortnight. Peter was not very well that evening, so she put him to bed with chamomile tea, 1 tablespoon at bedtime. Flopsy, Mopsy, and Cottontail had bread and milk and blackberries for supper. As you listen, pause to reflect on the quiet wisdom within this gentle tale. Choices have consequences, and curiosity without caution can turn into chaos. What is one small rule or boundary you've ignored that taught you a lasting lesson? Share your story in the comments so others can learn from your experience. Now, as the garden settles and Peter's heartbeat slows, remember the steadiness of simple guidance and the power of staying calm when you feel lost. If you appreciate soothing, timeless stories that help you make better choices, subscribe for more calm, reflective moments. In the end, Peter found his gate, his safety, and his rest, and his mother's care brought him back to balance. The question for today is simple and profound. When the world feels like a maze, where is your gate to safety and self-control? Have a good night of sleep and don't forget to subscribe for more stories like this.